Should you read Innamorata by Ava Reid? No. Maybe. And also, yeah. Let's talk about it. For starters, I don't think that you should read Innamorata if it is your first Ava Reid, or if you have not read Juniper and Thorn or Lady Macbeth. I think those two novels by her are the best introductions to this style of writing that she uses in Innamorata. It is a very gothic and dark, and it's a very slow paced book. I think Lady Macbeth is going to be probably the best option for you, but Juniper and Thorn will also prepare you for this style that she uses. Now, don't go into this if you are wanting a romantasy. Is there romance in it? Yes, but it is not a romantasy. In my humble opinion, it's really about the story between two cousins. Okay, two cousins who have loved each other since the moment they took their first breaths. They were born 5 days apart. Okay, these two girls are obsessed with each other, but they fall into jealousy and they fall into rage. And really, it's not about the romance. So to give a quick plot summary of what went down in Innamorata, which this is a duology. So we do not have all the pieces yet. This is not a standalone that she usually does. This is two books. So our novel follows Agnes and her cousin. I will not say her cousin's name because I'm going to say it wrong. But they are the two remaining people of the House of Teeth. Okay, we start out with their grandmother's death, her burial ritual, whatever you call it. We are quickly introduced to the Prince Luprind. I think it was very obvious that him and Agnes were a thing. I don't know if that's a spoiler. I don't think it is. Literally, from the second he comes on page, you can tell he's got a thing for Agnes. That's why I don't believe that the romance is the plot. I think it's more of a romance between cousins, not that kind of thing, but like just a love. It's just about love between cousins and family and how you can lose it so easily. Am I making sense? So Agnes's cousin marries Lupin to solidify the alliance between their two houses. So on and so forth, stuff goes down. At the end of it, Lupin's not really around anymore. I'm not going to say more than that. Lupin's not around by the end of it for various reasons, which is why I think this is more about the cousins. Unless something magical happens in the second novel, I think we're following cousins. So I would say that this is not a romantasy. This is simply setting you up for book two. On top of that, there are a lot of, I don't want to say, misrepresentation of what this book is, but a lot of people like to say it's a very gory and disturbing book. In my opinion, it's not at all. Unless I'm just numb at this point. I think it could have been gorier. I think it could have been even more disturbing. It's just, it's dark, but it's not as dark as some people claim it is. And I think that's turned a lot of readers off from it because they believe it's like so depraved, so disgusting. And it has its moments, but really it's not. This is also why I believe that you should read other Ava Reids, specifically Juniper and Thorn and Lady Macbeth, because it does prepare you for these depraved, disgusting moments that people are so shocked by when they read this one. I don't think A Study in Drowning or The Wolf and the Woodsman or really any other book by her, because she does have a few. I don't think any of them prepare you for Innamorata, okay, other than the two I've mentioned. I also don't think you should read this if you're not into gothics at all, because it is that typical slow gothic pace, like very slow. And not to say a lot doesn't happen, because a lot does happen, but I really think this book is a true setup for book two. I think it is a true, like, intro to everything, getting you ready. I think book two is going to be the wilder book. I think it's going to have more information, and it's going to be a tighter, more concise story. Not that this one's not tight and concise, but it's going to be a lot more, in my humble opinion, if I am guessing correctly. I really do think that this duology is about the cousins and how they loved each other, and they eventually, you know, stuff goes down. Stuff goes down. I won't say more. But I don't believe you should read this novel and then eventually the duology if you haven't read the two books I suggested, if you can't handle gothic literature, and if you don't like the dark themes. It's not for you. It's not a romantasy. Please don't go into it thinking it's a romantasy. It is the farthest thing from it. Are there romantic points? Yes. Yes and yes. That's not what it's about. It makes you think it's about it. It's not what it's about. Not what it's about at all. Okay. So, I cut my lip, by the way. I think you should read it, but I also think you shouldn't, and I think you should try it. It's it's one of those ones where you're either gonna love it, you're either gonna hate it. I don't think there's gonna be many in betweens. You're gonna love it, you're gonna hate it, and I loved it, and I can't wait for the second book. Please, Ava, please, I need it. If I could be an arc reader, that would be amazing. I'm ready, but I'll be waiting patiently for now.